Block that. You want to think only predatory, what I am doing to you. You need to understand how this works. If you have an individual that is aggressive, or there is deceptive dialogue, and you try to talk the situation down, there is this inner dialogue going. Shall I do it? What is he going to do? What does he want from me? How much distance? I'm so scared. What can I do? I'm not. That is all fucked up in the head. Block that. You want to think only predatory, what I am doing to you. Every time when I deal with individuals like that, I try to keep them at distance. So I'm teaching you the contact management. Of course, if you can avoid an escape, I would. But there are cases you cannot escape. In this case, when I talk it down, I do not let my inner dialogue overrule me. If that voice in your head is really you, who is he talking to then? You ever thought about that? That is a program playing in your brain, right? It's telling you stuff. It's you telling something to you, but it's a voice in you. It's not you. Makes sense? So stop that inner dialogue, in a dynamic that there's a possibility he will attack you. So you want to be first, is what I explained to you before. But what you need for that is called this clarity of mind. So the Japanese people, they call this mushin, the mental state, right? You don't want to think anything before you do something. If I teach you, for example, a new boxing combination, it always goes wrong when you think about it. If you don't think about it, you just let it come out, it comes out. So what I said here is, before the hit, do you really want to have this inner dialogue, or do you want to think, fuck it, I am going to do this, this, and this with this individual before he does something to me? So I always found out with myself, when I strike first, I only say one thing. If this guy does one more step, I will hit him. And I'm not thinking, what do I hit with then? It's going to be a left slap, a left hook, a right uppercut. No, I'm just thinking I will hit him. And then I will not think anything anymore. As soon as he comes forward, often a left slap comes out while I'm right-handed. And that's probably because that's the closest weapon to nearest target. Make sense? So stop your way of thinking. Just smash, do. Think like a predator. I'm only going to do something with him. So don't allow any chaos in the head. That's my point. Now that's before the hit. Now, after the hit, so maybe when you get a hit, it's what I notice when I get somebody and hit on my head, I get this light flash and this sound, boom. Then after this, there's, for me at least, clarity of mind. I only think one thing: fight. Switch in aggression and beat the fuck out of the individual. Just fight back as hard as you can. Instead of getting the hit, seeing the light, understanding the noise from the hit, and then capitulate and think, oh my God, I hit me so hard. No, switch on that light. Switch on that aggression. Fight back. Also, after I hit the individual, I found out that it's, for me, clarity of mind. I'm only thinking, I'll fight, instead of all the doubt that I had before that. Makes sense what I'm telling you? I had a car crash once, a big one. I had this boom. I woke up with clarity of mind. I saw this airbag popping out. There was the smell of the airbag. There was the smoke of the airbag. And for 5 seconds, I had this mushin, this mental state. I heard the sea, sound of the sea. And then slowly, the horn of the car came back. I'm like, oh, I'm not deaf. And then I choose the mental state of calm and aware, because I stepped out of my car and there was already a police officer present, one in civilian clothing. I don't know how that happened. And he said to me afterwards, I never ever saw somebody stepping out of a car with so much relaxation and calm and aware state. I choose from that state of mushin, I choose calm and aware. I'm like, okay, what's happening? Fuck, I had a crash. Step out, look around, open the car, do not. And I stepped out. And I was the only one because there were more people involved. And one was crying. One was like saying his name a couple of times, like doing this. One lady, they stabilized her head. She was non-stop crying. She was overwhelmed. She had this, I said code black, like emotional, physical breakdown. You know, she didn't regulate her heart rate. She had the wrong mental state. She was crying all the time. That gave her the state of shock. You can avoid that by keeping that clarity of mind, this mushing, right? And that's trained response, but also understanding it. And of course, that auditory exclusion after the crash was a adrenaline effect. But mushing is achieved, like I said, when a person's mind is free from thoughts of anger, fear, or ego during combat, and I can also say during life. So this is a state you want to get in. So when I first hit for real, it almost like I'm pushing all the negative thinking to the side, and then I have this sound of a breeze, and I break that sound of impact. And now it's fighting time. Switch on your aggression, because the aggression will give you the energy to build up adrenaline as an energy resource.